and the organizing committee of Smart India Hackathon 2024. It is my great honor to extend a warm welcome to this special session of the grand finale of SIS 2024. First, let me take a momentum to congratulate all the participants for the grand finale 2024. Uh, uh, as we know that the reaching this stage is not a small step. It's a reflective of hard work, creativity, and the commitment to solve real world challenges. You are the true torchbearer of the innovation, and your ideas are a testament to the potential of Indian youth. Uh, Today, we are privileged to host an inspiring leader and innovator, Dr. Abhay Jere, Vice Chairman of AICTE and a Chief Innovation Officer of Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. Dr. Jere sir has been at the forefront of the Indian innovation journey, championing initiatives that empower young minds to dream big and make a difference. Welcome, sir. This second session is a golden opportunity to all of us to hear from one of the Indian foremost thought leader in the field of education and the innovation. I am confident his words will motivate us all to think beyond boundaries and push the limit of our creativity. Thank you, sir. Sir, session over to you.
Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, Saurabh. First, I would like to actually congratulate all of you for getting selected for the grand finale. I know you might have already started working, strategizing how you are going to actually approach the grand finale. You must be having a lot of your internal meetings, discussing technologies which can give you advantages, what novelty you can bring to your solution. You must be also consulting with large number of industry experts, trying to get your mentors. And I believe that this effort will eventually certainly help you in winning the grand finale. Dear friends, Smart India Hackathon is a very, what we can say, special initiative for me, because I conceptualized it in 2016. And right from the day one, this is the 7th edition when we started doing, I conceptualized in 2016, and then the first edition was in 2017. And now we have the 7th edition going. And the way this Smart India Hackathon initiative has grown, it gives me immense pleasure. And I'm really very proud of myself as well as my entire team, which helps me execute this initiative. Dear friends, when we started this initiative in 2017, 16, 17, the word hackathon was not known, even in computer science departments. I had to actually travel across the country. I did anywhere between 50 to 60 sessions, physical sessions, in different parts of country, to educate people about what hackathons are and what students will get if they participate in hackathons. What kind of expertise, what kind of skills they will achieve or they can master if they participate in such initiatives. And now, just after 7 years, it's not a long period, just 7 years, we see hackathons happening in nook and corner of this country. So we believe that Smart India Hackathon has actually kick-started the culture of hackathons in this country. And it's only possible because of people like you who have participated in large number, responded to our call, submitted great ideas, and the way you people have conducted yourself, all my SIH alumni. Really, I am very, very thankful to them. I hope this year's grand finale will be also a similar edition and or maybe even better than the earlier edition. Because what we could see earlier, the enthusiasm, the zeal, the passion which students bring to the table during the grand finale is extremely infectious, you know. For first 2 or 3 editions, that time Honorable Education Minister used to visit 2 or 3 centers in a day. And he was also very thrilled when he saw that young students of 19, 20, 21-year-old, you know, coming up with such fantastic concepts. And that gives us the confidence that India has immense talent and potential. We just need to create opportunities for these young talented kids to showcase their ideas, to showcase their skills and caliber, and then sky is the limit. And that's what happened with Smart India Hackathon initiative. The way Smart India Hackathon initiative gave opportunities to students to get jobs, to start their own ventures, is something very simply unprecedented. I was told that a person not getting offer, even one offer, after winning or after participating in Smart India Hackathon, started getting 3-4 offers. And students actually started bargaining with companies for salaries, because competition like Smart India Hackathon gave them the strength to prove to their prospective employees that they bring something very concrete to the table and they should be hired and they should be given appropriate remuneration. In the first edition, we had just 7,000 ideas getting submitted. And when we saw that number also, we were so thrilled. Wow, we got 7,000 ideas. But now I think this time we have more than 54,000 ideas. So just see the graph. See how multifold increase has been there. Initially, the number of teams which got selected were also somewhere between 500, 600 for the grand finale. Okay, and that too, we were a bit liberal because it was the first edition. And we had hackathon across 26 different cities at that time. But now we have hackathon in more than 50 cities. And the kind of evaluation which has been done is extremely rigorous, and only good ideas have moved forward. Still, we believe a lot of copy pasting happens. Still, we see a lot of similarities. And I will request all of you today who are listening to me to think about what novelty they can bring to their solution. Sometimes the problem statement may be very, very straightforward. Okay? But whether you can give some real good flavor to it, in terms of novelty, in terms of ease, in terms of predictive ability, and actually ensure that the solution which you propose or the solution which you are working has relevance in this time. Don't propose something which is already there in the market, or just you are trying to Indianize the foreign version. Or you are saying that if in Western world, if it is proposed, if the solution is proposed or is sold at X cost, I will do at 1/5 of the cost. Because when we really look at some of these solutions, this 1/5 cost or 1/10 cost, eventually these solutions are not financially viable. If you do an enterprise, or if you actually do your company, or if you do your startup, okay? So these kind of solutions don't excite us. But if your approach is novel, if you have used latest of technologies, if you are trying to solve or trying to create something which is more predictive, no, which is more analytical, then it really excites us. Don't play around cost much, to be very honest with you. I don't know how many of you are aware, but even if you really look at, means these are the reports which I am seeing and I'm reading on net. Do you know, even iPhone 14 or 15 or 16 now we have, it usually costs somewhere between $500, $600, or even more than that. Maybe around $1,000 also. And when we were actually looking at bill of material, actual production cost. There is one report which is floating around. I don't know how authentic it is, but that report says that an iPhone which gets sold anywhere between $600 or $700, maybe to $800, maybe $700, $800, the actual production cost for that iPhone is anywhere between $10 to $20. Okay? Actual production cost. It means everything is overhead. Marketing cost, packing cost, logistic cost, and so on and so forth. Okay? And on top of it, profit of the company. Okay? So if a company is selling something at such multiple, what we can say, factor, then if you are saying that my solution is 10x of the actual cost, when you will actually get into the business, you will not able to provide that solution at 10x cost. So playing around the cost factor may not be that great idea. But however, I will request you to focus on 3 aspects which are very critical. 1, novelty. 2nd, scalability. Scalability is, and 3rd is viability. Okay? 4th could be affordability. Okay? So these 3 or 4 factors, if you can play around, okay, and of these 3 or 4 factors, you have to ensure that at least 2 are there. It could be affordable and novel. It could be affordable and scalable, and so on and so forth. Okay? So the mindset when you are designing your solution, has to be around these 3 or 4 parameters. And you will be evaluated against these 3 or 4 parameters during the grand finale. Okay? If it is novel, but not scalable, not affordable, then there cannot be a business around it. And you may not get the winning prize. Same thing is for other. So at least ensure that you have 2 or 3 parameters addressed while you are proposing or presenting your solution. The grand finale will be starting from 11th. We have requested our Honorable Prime Minister to join the grand finale. We are waiting for the response from Prime Minister's office. But as you're aware, for all the earlier editions of Hackathon, our Prime Minister has joined us, has interacted with students, have motivated students, and he also thinks that it is one of the best time which he has spent. So we sincerely hope that our Honorable Prime Minister will also join for this edition, but we have not received anything concrete in writing from him, and we are waiting. We are following up the Prime Minister's office. Also, our Honorable Minister, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, is very passionate about hackathons. And for 2 or 3 hackathons, Smart India Hackathon as well as international hackathon like India-Singapore Hackathon and so on and so forth, he has personally come to for inauguration and not only just inaugurated it, but spent time with students, spends time with mentors, evaluators to listen to their feedback on how we can further improvise this process. So we will have around 10,000 students, around 9,000-10,000 students. And when we are saying students, I am also including student plus evaluators plus mentors. Means 10,000 individual participants traveling for this Smart India Hackathon initiative. Majority of you will actually travel to a completely different part of our country. So what I will request all of you is to have maybe 1 or 2 days additional so you can see that setting, enjoy that culture, get associated with that culture, or enjoy the diversity of this country. And this is one of the best initiative of Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat, where student from Northeast may come to Maharashtra, or Coimbatore student will go to Kashmir. Not only just he will compete there, but he will see students coming from different parts of the country actually sitting in nearby tables, working on technologies. So it is going to be the gathering of best of the brains in this country. So what I will request you also is to use this opportunity to make new friends, to network with other people. And I will tell you, we have one actually startup where now the students have actually developed a startup where a student from Maharashtra went to some city in UP. There, some student from Karnataka or Tamil Nadu was also there. They met there. They became friends. And post hackathon, actually, they started working on a completely different idea. And now they have their startup. Okay. We want more such examples. Go out there. Because at this age, one of the critical things which you should focus on, apart from your skills, is networking. You should make as many friends as possible across the sector so that you will have right kind of contacts at right age. 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, when you all will grow, your friends will also grow. And you will have many friends at senior level across different organizations. So that is very important. The third thing we should really use this initiative for is to learn from your mentors. Don't try to game the system. Many people we have seen try to get the code from here and there because access to internet is there. Winning just this hackathon, or I'm a Smart India Hackathon winner, which you can put it on your CV, will not help you beyond the point if you have really not learned the real skills which events like this actually offer. So, friends, winning may not be that important. What is more important is you give your best, you give your 200%. Try to learn, try to use this opportunity, because I can tell you that in these 15-20 days, means from the announcement of result to actually grand finale, what you will learn, you may not learn in 2 years or 3 years. The kind of experience which you will get, the kind of app, because it actually widens our horizons. It's very important. So don't try to unnecessarily game the system. Work with utmost honesty and passion. Whether you're a winner or a loser, in due course of time, I assure you that you will be a winner. Then the third important thing, when you are going to your nodal center, please carry all the relevant documents. Okay? There has to be a letter from your college indicating names of all the participants, along with your photographs, ID cards, and everything. Dear friends, please understand that the college where you are going as a nodal center, they don't know you. And we also don't know you personally. So we want to ensure that the people who are actually participating, coming to those nodal centers, are legitimate selected students. We don't want getting untoward elements into the system, because 10,000 students traveling is a huge logistical nightmare. Please understand what I am trying to say. So when you are going to college, go with all the relevant right documents and permissions from your college. Because till last 6th edition, there is not a single untoward incident which has happened. Because large number of girls also travel across the country, and you will be having certainly at least 1 or 2 girls as members of your team, because we said 1 girl compulsory per team. We have to ensure their safety. We have to ensure not just safety of our girls, but for our boys also. So we have to be extra vigilant. We need to ensure, and it's a responsibility of organizers, of the central committee here, as well as each of the participants, that no untoward elements get into the system or become part of this initiative and then create trouble there. Okay, so this is very, very important. The fourth point, which is very important again, is that when you are going to a new institute, you are a guest there. So behave properly. Okay? Because we had some students doing some kachara here and there, or damaging the institute, or not caring about the rules and regulations of that institute, going to some dark, shady places at night, because it's a 36-hour entire hackathon, and it can create problems. And if you do that, there will be no tolerance whatsoever. You will be immediately debarred and will be sent back. We are very strict about it. So you need to follow rules and regulations of that college very, very strictly. Also, as I said, 10,000 participants are going to travel. So it's a logistical nightmare. Accommodating them, giving them food, giving them other required infrastructure, support. It's not easy. Many colleges don't have even good hostels to accommodate additional 200, 300 people suddenly coming to their campuses. They have hostels for their students, certainly, but nobody builds so much of additional infrastructure that if 300 or 400 students go there, they can accommodate them. So sometimes some of the colleges actually try accommodating these new students into classrooms by giving them beds and those kind of things. So please accommodate and support the institution. Don't expect a 5-star treatment. You are going there for a competition, not for enjoyment. Means for sleeping and sightseeing. You're going there for competition. So focus on competition. I don't want anyone getting phone calls saying that mera gadda aisa hai, my mattress is like this, or bathroom mein garam pani nahi aa raha hai. These kind of phone calls should not go anywhere. You should talk to management, the SPOC there well in advance of that college. You should list out what all things you should get, and then try to be as self-sufficient as possible. Fifth important point. Many times when you have 200, 300 students coming together and actually working very, very aggressively, large number of students or majority of the students are downloading some packages, some code, some applications from net. And because of that, many times what we have observed is that speed of internet goes down, and then students start complaining, we couldn't download. Okay? So when you are coming along with your laptops, try to have all the required packages pre-installed in it. So your download has to be as minimum as possible. And if you have to download something on the fly, you should try bringing your own dongles so that there is no major load on the central Wi-Fi, you know. So you can use Wi-Fi, you can give preference to Wi-Fi. Okay, but if Wi-Fi doesn't work or is slow, because suddenly if 300 people start downloading big files, then Wi-Fi many times goes down or becomes slow. That should not hamper your project. So you make sure that you have your own dongles as well as, again important, please this part, your Wi-Fi connecting LAN cables, because when you will be working in group of 6, 7, 8, okay, you will have to connect your computers. Huh? So come up, you should have a hub, LAN hub, and if you can have your own cables, that will solve a lot of your problems. Okay? Because many times what we have observed is that colleges might not have 300, 400 separate cables. Many times they have, but sometimes if they don't have, it should not actually hamper, again, your project. If you are working on your hardware hackathon, or if you are part of a hardware team, try getting as many sensors as possible so that you don't rely on college for those sensors. Anyway, we are going to reimburse up to 20,000 rupees, and that is max, up to 20,000 rupees. Not for everyone, that is max limit per team. Okay, so that you can actually have right kind of sensors, or if you want to have an Arduino board or a Raspberry Pi or something of that sort, you get it and then you take it back also. Okay, so that those expenses could be limited. You can always take some of these things back and give it. So you can borrow things from your friends or from your college, use it, demo the product, and then some of these things you can take it back and again redeposit it into the college, so that the expenses, unnecessary expenses, could be curtailed to some extent. Okay. Then there are some minor points which are there, that you can design your own t-shirts if you wish, with your name. We will put out which logos, positions of those logos which you have to use, so on and so forth. Then, because this hackathon is in December, you should come with warm clothes and so on and so forth. If you require hot water to drink, then you can carry your own thermos or something. If you can get one blanket for yourself, that will be great. Because many times what we have observed is that if somebody is going to Jammu or Srinagar, they simply cannot bear the cold there. Okay, the people there feel that there is no much cold. It's normal for them. So sometimes they can put just one blanket, but that one blanket may not be sufficient for you. Okay, so just go there. If you have your own blanket, that will be great. Carry your own medicines if you have any medicines, if you have any medical issues, so that you can take care of yourself. We will be having doctor or an ambulance locally, but that will be for emergency only. But if you have some issues, if you are taking some tablets, then certainly you should actually bring those medicines. And finally, most important point, and I request you all to help us in this regard, is to create more buzz on social media related to Smart India Hackathon. And I think we have prizes also for social media buzz creation.
Social media contest is there.
Social media contest is there actually, but you again push out the details so that our students are aware of the social media contest. And what you should do, especially on social media, you may put Insta stories, or you may have put on Twitter or Snapchat. Okay, if some of you are old like me, they can even use Facebook. But Insta, Snapchat, Twitter, LinkedIn, more importantly, what you should do is you should put out videos where you are doing your group discussions, you're conceptualizing your project, you are strategizing on your idea. You should put out those kind of videos. Then while you are traveling, how you are traveling, what preparations you are making, these kind of interesting stories. I don't need to educate my young friends here how to prepare reels. I would like to see more and more positive reels on Smart India Hackathon. And I want you to spread across. You should actually talk to as many students as possible, or as many media people as possible. You should tell what solution you are building. You should write about the solution. You have to protect your IP, intellectual property. But a lot of generic things you can certainly put out, how you are enthused. And when you are doing that, we will be monitoring you. We will request you to tag AICTE. So 3-4 tagging is very, very important. Please write it down if you want. You should tag PMO, Prime Minister's Office, Narendra Modi ji, Prime Minister's Office. You can tag either of them. Then you should tag Ministry of Education and our Honorable Minister, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji. You should tag them. Third, you should tag AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, and our MIC Innovation Cell. Okay? So try to tag at least these 4 people. Apart from that, you can tag your own college or your friends and so on and so forth. But we would like to see each and every team going bonkers on social media. And the reason why I am telling you, and I hope you will appreciate it. See, it's one of the positive or the most unique initiative of this country. No country in the world does or conducts or organizes hackathon as a national initiative. We see a lot of negative stories floating around India on these platforms. How we can create a positive buzz for our country? How we can tell the world that we are coming up with new innovative initiatives which none of the other countries are taking care or organizing. So these kind of stories coming from you all will create an immense buzz for us, and we will be actually tracking that buzz. So from tomorrow, Sareem, Pradeep, please initiate a social media campaign. Okay, put out instructions, written instructions to all the members, giving them what they should tag, whom they should tag, and so on and so forth. And let's build a very, very positive, constructive footprint on our social media around Smart India Hackathon. So with this, I will stop. I think I've spoken a lot. If you have any questions, I can certainly take those questions. And I wish you all the very best for the grand finale and hope all of you will go back with a feeling that you have achieved something really great by enrolling and going through this entire process. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational words. So right now we just open for the Q&A. If anyone having the Q&A, you can put on the chat. So frequently we are asking by the student that the semester exams are there.
Yes. So many students are saying that they have their semester exams. So we are actually putting out a letter. We have already sent out a letter, right?
On website as well. Website.
It is there on the website as well, which you can use, and you can give it to your college or your university, requesting them to postpone or give you that leave to attend Smart India Hackathon. And what we have observed that for last 2-3 years that our requests are considered very positively by universities, and students get that benefit.
Sir, regarding the T-shirts and the standees,
Hmm.
Whether we are going to provide the format or not?
Yes, we will be providing the format.
Secondly, sir, some teams are going to be reached on the 9th of the December due to unavailability of the
Absolutely,
tickets.
absolutely. They will get the accommodation.
And for the waitlist teams, the question is that when the status of the waitlist teams get updated. So
That will be soon, right? In next 1 or 2 days, you will know the decision regarding the waitlist teams. Because, my dear friends, we have asked to all the selected team members or all the selected teams that whether they can participate. Very few have dropped out. So we will be certainly replacing them with the waitlisted teams. But in next 2 or 3 days, the entire picture will be very clear.
And so second, it's related to the bill of material for the hardware component, whether the component will be provided by the nodal center or we have to bring the component.
See, try bringing it as much as possible. Okay. And if you want nodal center to give you, then interact with them well in advance. Okay. Tell the SPOC at the nodal center what you will require, because they will take time in procurement and they will have to follow the government process for procurement. Okay. So it takes time. Okay. Sometimes for small things, they have to go for 3 quotations, or a tender or something of that sort. So it's ideally it's good if you can bring it.
Then they need GST.
That's very, very important. That if you are purchasing the component, then just get a good valid bill with all GST numbers and so on and so forth.
So some teams wants to replace their members.
Yes. You are allowed to replace your members. How many numbers this time we are allowing? Up to 3. Up to 3 members we are allowing to replace, but we are not allowing team leader replacement. It is there. Okay. This time कर दिया क्या?
हाँ sir.
Yes.
बहुत होगा है sir.
And so related to hardware prototype, up to which much level they can bring their prototype with them in the grand finale.
So you can do what you can get whatever you have prepared, and certainly the first what we can say the first session will be the mentoring session. You will get to know what happens during the grand finale, and you will be judged. All the teams will be judged with at what point they start. So every team will have a different starting point because they would have certainly worked, but we will benchmark the starting point, and then on top of it, the mentors will give suggestions, and how efficiently you implement those suggestions. You will be marked on that. You will be judged on that. So we have a very robust system now of actually evaluating the teams.
And so the question is whether from the ministry side, any mentorship is going to be provided for the problem statements.
Yes. So my team is constantly in touch with majority of the ministries. Some ministries are still not responsive, or 2 or 3. But yes, they are trying to organize a doubt clearing session and a mentoring session through the respective ministries.
Some have already initiated.
Yes, some have already been initiated.
For this kind of mentoring, any certificate is given by the AICTE side or not?
Which mentoring?
Right now, right now we are doing the mentoring because we
don't give any certificates. But all the participants will get the certificate. So the 2 mentors which you will have during the participation or as a part of your team, they will get certificates.
And for the same mentor, sir, it is the mandatory to have the mentor with them at the grand finale.
Yes, ideally it has to be there. Right? Sometimes the mentor doesn't turn up at the last moment, but then the team is at disadvantage. We cannot do much about it. If your mentor is not there, what can we do? You are at disadvantage because you will be 4 or 5 people or 6 people with no mentors, and somebody will be 6 plus 2. So you will be at disadvantage. So select mentors properly, yeah? Who are actually mentors who are ready to help you and support you. But mentors will not allow to be code. We will not be allowing them to code or work. Mentors are mentors. They have to just guide. They cannot sit and code for you there.
So whether the last year any alumni of the SIH can be a mentor for the current team?
I don't care. They should not be. If they are not participating, as a participant, they can be mentors. But ideally, try getting. Ideally, you should avoid getting a student as a mentor. Okay. You should at least get some. If you ask me an ideal scenario, you should have 1 mentor from industry and 1 mentor from academy. That is the best. Okay. Because that industry mentor will give you how industry looks at problem solving. That perspective you will get. You will actually, it will further broaden your vision. Okay.
I think so. All the queries has been covered, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
I know. I can see the way questions are actually floating.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want, we can have 1 more session, maybe in the first week of December. I can join again, where we can have more discussions. We can address some of your queries, which you will have at that time. Okay. But don't unnecessarily get bogged down by trivialities and trivial questions. Just go with wholehearted, what we can say, positive approach to your nodal center and just try your best. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, participants.
Can we request some of these students to open their camera so that we can take selfie?
It is closed.
It is closed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Camera is open.
Camera is also closed? I think otherwise, yes.
Settings are not.
Settings are not. ठीक है. Somebody had opened. Can you?
Yes.
Layout को change. I think it's
Top right.
Whether you all could hear to what I was saying, I was not getting any kind of emojis, hands down, thumbs up, nothing of that sort. I felt like as if I was talking to myself. Yes, good. Now everyone is saying thumbs up. Loved it. Okay. स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो इसका. अरे सबने खोलो ना, सबने कैमरा ले लो. All my friends should open their camera. क्यों बाकी लोगों का नहीं हो रहा है क्या? कितने यंग ब्यूटीफुल लोग, हैंडसम लोग हैं. देखो so you will all help us push it on social media, right? Huh? Just say yes, that thumbs up. If you market yourself, you should learn also to market yourself. You are amongst the few students who have got selected for Smart India Hackathon. You know, it's a national initiative. You should market yourself. But when you are marketing yourself, just tag us also. Chalo, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.